On today's show, first, let's check in with Amanda Brohanty and a look at some of today's headlines. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Heather. That's right. Some of our other headlines today. Former Vice President Mike Pence is set to deliver his first public address. Pence will head to South Carolina next month to speak at a dinner. That dinner will be hosted by the Palmetto Family Council. Some are speculating Pence could be a Republican presidential contender. The Palmetto State holds the first Southern primary and votes third in the GOP presidential nominating calendar. However, Pence hasn't made any announcement about a 2024 run. Meanwhile, President Biden officially creates a gender policy council. The 2 executive orders were signed today, and the council includes a staff of 4. The first order will be to work across federal government's domestic and foreign policy development, and the second order will re-examine policies and Title IX, which was issued under former President Donald Trump. Now, Title IX governs how sexual misconduct is handled in schools. And this comes on International Women's Day. And speaking of International Women's Day, Burger King UK is receiving backlash for a tweet saying, quote, "Women belong in the kitchen." However, in a follow-up tweet, Burger King clarified they're talking about chefs in the kitchen. They added only 20% of chefs are women, and they're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry. Part of their efforts will be a new scholarship program to help Burger King employees pursue culinary dreams. You know, Bob and Heather, that statistic is actually the same here in the States, but that tweet definitely clickbait. They're trending, and I wasn't sure if it was for the right reasons.
Yeah. And how do you take it as females? I mean, it kind of, I'm not sure I'd like that.
It got my attention, and then when I was looking at it, I was like, I'm interested to see why this is the case. I mean, even with restaurant owners, women are disproportionate compared to men.
Yeah, the problem is how many people looked and saw the follow-up tweets, and it was not as many as just saw the original tweet. So it wasn't planned out very well, I don't think.
No, I think there are 3 tweets in total, and you can just see on the likes, there's a difference.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, thank you, Amanda. For a look at the day's other headlines. Hi.
Hi, that's right, Heather, Tom. Some of our other headlines today. If you're tired of seeing ads for something you Googled days ago, well, that's about to change. Google is going to stop selling ads based on browsing across websites. The Alphabet Inc. company said they'll stop using or investing in tracking technologies to uniquely identify web users. The move will phase out third-party cookies, which has been a source of privacy concerns. However, the new policy doesn't include mobile apps. That change will start next year. Meanwhile, Capitol Police are... So the second one here, the creator of a series of deep-fake Tom Cruise videos is speaking out on the now viral videos. 31-year-old Chris Ume said he never wanted to trick people, but he's hoping the viral videos can bring awareness to what technology can do. And this video actually personally got me. I was just scrolling through and I saw this Tom Cruise video playing golf. Check out this shot right here. We have this for you so you can see it.
You're going to see my amigo, Chris Ume. He's going to introduce to you the wonderful world of deepfakes, how AI and VFX are unlocking the future of our imagination.
Right now, I know that this has come up before, but it just goes to show that these are really realistic, and this can mean a lot moving forward as well, like the dangers of this as well. Check this out. Look at, I mean, it got me. Like I said, I was scrolling through TikTok myself, and I see him golfing, and I was like, what is this Tom Cruise video here? Not realizing, and then I kept seeing them come up, and I was like, is this actually him doing this? I mean, there are all sorts of things. All sorts of things.
I thought that was actually Tom Cruise. I had no idea that was...
Deep fake, Carl, deep fake.
No, I know, but like I thought he was, I don't know, that was crazy. That's like completely realistic.
It really is, and I think that's why these videos are so important, because it does make people aware of just how good this technology is and how much better it's continually getting.
Yeah, but the dangers of it too, I mean...
Right, I mean, like, these videos are lighthearted. They say, hey, this is a deep fake, but somebody could really do some serious damage to a reputation with a realistic deep fake.
Right, but you were talking about like FaceTiming and things like that. You know, also like, look, I'm on the local town council in my government. Like, if someone could get on and vote in my stead because they look exactly like me, there's no method to you know, kind of prevent that. I mean, that's actually kind of creepy.
Yeah, I mean, this is just Tom Cruise, but this is just a guy who took this technology into this, and I agree with you. It's a lot. I mean, you can take this to political leaders and other people as well, and that could have serious implications moving forward. Now, speaking of, the Duchess of Sussex is sitting down for an interview without royal input for the first time. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are joining Oprah Winfrey in what Markle is calling a, quote, liberating conversation. In a teaser, Markle is seen speaking about how she's ready to talk. This comes after the Buckingham Palace announced a probe into allegations Markle was bullying staff. That interview will air this Sunday. And just a fun fact for you, Oprah asked Meghan Markle to do this in 2018, and she said it wasn't the time. So this interview has been years in the making.
And you know, through all that time, I still don't care.
So Bob's out. Bob's not watching the
That's
interview.
me. I don't know.
No, I'm out too. I'm out too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll probably
I
read
was
about
alone.
it.
No.
Are you
I don't
into
think
it?
you're alone.
I will read about it because that whole
You'll read
royal
about
family is very interesting, the rules and regulations they have in place. Yeah.
Right. So read about it so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Good advice. All right. Thank you, Amanda. Well, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is not budging on the Empire State's.
Let's check in with Amanda Brohanty and a look at some of today's other headlines. Amanda.
Hi.
That's right, Bob. Heather, some of our other headlines today. The Supreme Court has dismissed 3 cases over sanctuary cities at the request of the Department of Justice. You'll recall that then President Trump strongly objected to sanctuary cities and their willingness to provide safe haven for illegal immigrants. He ordered action taken and lawsuits were filed. The president had also threatened to withhold federal funding from those cities. President Biden's shift in immigration policy led the DOJ to request that the cases be dropped, and the court has agreed. Meanwhile, this is our headlines today. Multiple people are killed in a California car crash. That incident happened earlier today, about 100 miles east of San Diego, or 10 miles north of the southern border in Imperial County. And to give you some context, this is a straight highway in the middle of nowhere, right in the desert there. Now, at least 15 people have died and at least a dozen more are taken to the hospital with injuries. This incident happened after an SUV hit a semi-truck. Officials are now calling it a mass fatality. Meanwhile, the Biden administration and Democrats are announcing Plan B to raise the minimum wage after facing hurdles in the Senate. Senate Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyden proposed a 5% tax penalty on large corporations if their employees make less than a designated amount. They hope to encourage companies to raise wages above the federal minimum wage. And for small businesses, Wyden suggested income tax credit of 25% of wages.
Amanda, let's see what we got going on this week.
All right, Joe and Kayla. So a delivery driver unintentionally crashed another home's Valentine's Day celebration and didn't leave for 5 days. Chelsea Timmons was taken in by strangers in Texas after her car was stranded outside Austin during this massive winter storm, which shut down the state, as we know. Now, her car slid into a flower bed, and the homeowners came out to help her and then invited her in to wait for a tow truck, but that tow truck couldn't make it through the snow. Timmons, who lives 3 hours away from Austin, spent the week with the couple while the worst of the storm passed. And her new host insisted she stay with them where it was safe instead of going to a hotel. And as a thank you, she baked them a cake. Now, my favorite part about this story is not only just the cake, but she was there delivering groceries for their Valentine's Day dinner. So they invited her in and they had this steak dinner with her there.
I mean,